He thought he could steal from us and mock us with no consequences. But we knew exactly how to ruin his life by sending one letter his parents would never forget. And trust me, they didn't. This is the story of how we turned one greedy, homophobic liar into a walking scandal, with a printer, a flyer, and a few well-placed condoms. If you've ever had someone betray your trust and get away with it, this revenge will give you the kind of satisfaction money can't buy. Hit that like button, subscribe, and settle in because this is the kind of payback that leaves scars. I want you to imagine being 15 years old in the 1990s, a time before Wi-Fi, before Steam, before you could download a game in minutes. Back then, getting PC games wasn't just about fun, it was a currency, a bond. Me and my best friend were obsessed with games like The Settlers, Doom 2, and Monkey Island. But they were expensive and not easily available in our country. So we came up with a system. We ordered rare games from abroad through airmail, saved every bit of allowance, and shared everything we had. We even copied the copy protection, keys and packaging inserts so we could both use the games. It wasn't just about saving money, it was about trust. Then he joined our class. Let's call him Jason. Jason was new, a little flashy, and had one thing: we couldn't resist access to a mountain of PC games, thanks to an uncle who apparently had every title under the sun. Naturally, we thought we hit the jackpot. We offered trades. Real trades. We gave Jason original copies of our games so he could make duplicates and trade them back. We even included the copy protection materials. In return, corrupted floppies, scratched discs, missing serials, broken packaging, and one excuse after another. Oh, must have been a bad copy. It worked fine on my computer. I'll fix it and give it back soon. Weeks turned into months. And you know what we ended up with? Not a single working game. Meanwhile, he kept all of ours. We never saw The Settlers again. Doom 2, gone Monkey Island? Kiss it goodbye. He used our trust, exploited our generosity, and then laughed in our faces. But what made it worse, what really lit the fire, was that Jason mocked me personally. See, I was a huge Queen fan. Freddie Mercury was and still is one of my musical heroes. But Jason? He would scoff, sneer, and say things like, "Why do you listen to gay music? Freddie died of AIDS, gross." This wasn't just theft anymore. This was humiliation. That's when we decided it was time for revenge. Now, here's the thing about the 90s. After Freddie Mercury's death, AIDS campaigns were everywhere, especially in schools. And our class was scheduled to attend an AIDS awareness event hosted by a local foundation. At the event, they handed out free educational flyers, info pamphlets, and yes, condoms, branded with the AIDS Foundation logo. We grabbed a few extra, for research purposes, of course, and then an idea clicked. An idea so devious, so perfectly tailored to Jason's fears that we had to go through with it. You see, Jason came from a very conservative family. His mom was deeply Catholic, his dad strict and old school. They took appearances seriously. And if there was one thing Jason was terrified of more than being outed, it was being outed to them. And so the plan began. We designed a fake letter from the AIDS Foundation. We had one of the only inkjet printers in the neighborhood. So we carefully recreated the logo, the formatting, the tone. It reads something like, "Dear Jason, thank you for your heartfelt letter. We understand it can be difficult navigating questions about your sexuality, and we're proud of you for reaching out. Please find enclosed a flyer with answers to your questions along with condoms. We encourage you to always practice safe sex. We folded it neatly, included the flyers from the event, added 3 condoms, and mailed it. But not to Jason's name. We mailed it to Mr. and Mrs. Jason's last name, because we wanted his father to open it first. What happened next exceeded even our wildest dreams. Jason didn't show up to school the day after the letter was delivered, or the next day. By the 3rd day, rumors were already spreading loud arguments at his house. His mom crying in the street, his dad seen yelling in the front yard. When Jason finally came back to school, he looked like a shell of himself, pale, quiet, and clearly grounded. We played dumb, of course. Hey man, everything okay? You look tired. Something happened? We were careful, subtle, just enough to fish for details, and he gave them to us. Bit by bit, his parents were furious. His mom cried for hours. His dad was convinced he'd been hiding his sexuality and writing to gay organizations. They read every word of that letter and saw the condoms as proof. Jason was locked down. No games, no computer, no phone, grounded for weeks. And here's the best part, he actually believed the letter was real. He was paranoid that someone from the event reported him. He even asked us, "Do you think the foundation sends letters to everyone? Maybe they mixed something up, right?" We held back our laughter. Eventually, after months, we admitted it. He was furious, red-faced, swearing we'd pay for it. But we didn't care. He got off easy compared to what he did to us. We did get called into the principal's office, with his parents there, and had to explain everything. But even then, the principal could barely hide his smirk, because deep down, everyone knew Jason had it coming. Jason's humiliation was poetic. He tried to take advantage of us, used our kindness, disrespected our passion, mocked our identities. And we turned all of that against him with one letter, a single page that brought down his house of lies. There's a deep satisfaction in seeing justice served with precision, not with violence, not with shouting, but with cleverness. The kind of revenge that hits the one place people guard the most, their reputation. Looking back, we were just kids. Maybe it was cruel. Maybe it went too far. But betrayal leaves a mark. And sometimes the only way to heal is to leave one back. Justice isn't always loud. Sometimes it comes in a quiet envelope, with a few flyers and a condom. If this story made you laugh, cringe, or cheer, smash that like button. Tell us in the comments what's the most savage but justified revenge you've ever seen. And don't forget to subscribe for more. True stories that prove karma has a wicked sense of humor.